you had just made me think of something, which was last night I was actually thinking of you. I ended up watching this documentary on J.D. Salinger. It's called Salinger. Amazing documentary. And I'm like a loser. I go home, I watch Netflix. This was my night last night. But
I go home and I put costumes on my dogs. I mean, let's loser
that's more
is
action.
relative.
That's but like you're married, you have a life. I do this and I watch Netflix. Horrible. But to Salinger, one of the things that blew my mind was this guy was such a recluse. And he lived with these characters that he created. These characters were to him as real as family, friends. He had no friends, but family. Do you have that same connection with your characters when you're writing these people? Because you're like, hey, I had a ton of fun writing these two characters. How much of a connection, how much do you live with these characters?
With these two characters in particular, I really did have a connection with them. I keep referencing them and thinking, oh, I should no. Honey, they're not real. They're not real. And I've been asked a couple times over the course of this book, which character do you identify with more? And in each of my novels before this, I have created these protagonists who were sort of unlikable. And I wanted to create someone finally who was likable, and that is the character Jack. She's very noble. She's very pure. Her intentions are always very good. And of course, I relate to Kitty, who is very selfish, who is very vapid, who is very self-involved. So it just figures. What can I say? But yeah, I want them to be real. I really do. And I want Jack's brothers to be real. I really want these characters to exist.
Are they children to you? And this, again, going back to the Salinger documentary, these characters were children to him. He held them so sacred. When you're writing this, and I guess it's from a process standpoint, like he would lock himself in his bunker in New Hampshire and you wouldn't see him for 2 weeks. When you're going through your process, and I actually want to know what your process is, how much do these characters not just become a part of you, but are you able to let go of them once the book is done?
I started, towards the end, having trouble letting bad things happen to them because I cared about them. And that is difficult. I was having trouble letting go. I was having trouble in some of the action scenes letting bad things happen. And that's not great as a writer. So now I have to go back to memoir and let bad things happen to myself.